So a year ago today, I was still running my pressure washing business, living at home. Had a girlfriend who I was going to see all the time and traveling in order to do so. I was also running a coaching business for other guys, helping them start and grow their pressure washing businesses. I really just had a lot going on with no clear direction. All of 2024 was like freaking nuts, honestly. And it was about a year ago that I actually closed on this place, my apartment that I bought. And it was actually June 4th that I closed on it. It's now June 11th. So a little bit over a year ago now, just a couple days over a year. And that was just like an insane time because, starting the coaching business first off in like January, while also getting the pressure washing business ready for the springtime, for our springtime rush, just because, obviously it's very seasonal here in New York. I basically had to rebuild the pressure washing business from the ground up, hire new employees, get some new systems in place, rebuild the entire truck. I was also running the coaching business. And then I was also trying to close on this place, trying to get a loan, trying to get accepted into the HOA. Like, there was just so much crap going on. I was just running around like crazy. At this point, I really started to understand that like the pressure washing business is not what I want to do long term. It never was something that I wanted to do long term. It was always, I saw it as like a stepping stone, and that'll kind of just lead me into my next thing. But it came to a point where I was 23 at the time, but I was like, okay, I'm not young anymore. I'm not just a college kid looking for beer money. This is like serious, and I really want to do something that I'm excited about, something that I see a long-term vision with, something that I could really, I guess, set myself up financially. And, we made great money with the pressure washing business. I know that would have been a scalable business, but just due to the whole logistics of it and, many other things around the pressure washing business, it's just not something that I wanted to do. I talk about that in another video, which you can go ahead and watch. But yeah, there was just a ton going on at this time. And then come like closer to July, I started to really think about selling this business, or the idea of selling the business really became real. So in July, I chatted with an M&A advisor that helped my buddy sell his business, just to get like an honest opinion of my business, where it's at and what I could realistically get for it, and if it's something that's sellable. And after hearing like kind of his thoughts, that's where it really just became solidified that like, okay, I'm going to sell the business. I got to figure out what I'm going to do next. And from there, like, I really just didn't know. I was like, what business am I going to start? Like, there's no business that I'm really like excited about. Like, I had the coaching thing going, and I thought maybe I would leverage that and build that up. But I was coaching people on a business that I didn't thoroughly enjoy and that I wasn't passionate about. So I just felt like that imposter syndrome, like, oh, I just want to take the easy route and go online and then sell the business. And then at that point, it's like, if I sell my business and then I'm just coaching guys online about something that I'm not really excited about, I didn't see how that would really work. So I didn't want to continue the coaching thing for pressure washing specifically, although I loved helping guys. Like, I got a lot of fulfillment out of helping people, even just for the motivation part of it, just like helping guys get excited when they're feeling down, right? And just helping them with their mindsets and that kind of thing. But yeah, that's just, it's something that I just couldn't do anymore. So I kind of let that fizzle out, and that was really what took me into the high ticket sales space. And in July is when I got into my first high ticket sales program. It'll get me started into the space. So at this point, I'm now managing renovations for my apartment because I pretty much redid the entire thing. I'm running my pressure washing business, making sure my employees and everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, dealing with customers and all that. Dealing with the HOA of this place because I had to get so many things approved before I actually did any work. Then my box truck. So we had a big box truck that we bought for the pressure washing business that basically has just been sitting in a parking lot for the last 2 years. I got noticed that the owner of the parking lot, or of the property that the parking lot was on, died. So now we all have to vacate by September 31st. So now I got to figure out how to sell this huge box truck with all this pressure washing equipment in there. And then I realized that the truck is actually broken too. So the truck wouldn't start, and then the pressure washing equipment, there was something wrong with the hot water machine in the back. So it was like there's so much stuff going on, like so many different things. And it just kept piling up. And like this summer was just friggin', it was nuts. I basically didn't see my friends ever. I was not really doing anything except just working constantly and putting out fires left and right, whether it's with the apartment, with my business, while also getting into high ticket sales, trying to sell the business as well, dealing with that. It's like there was a lot going on, and it was just hectic. It was chaotic. So there was times where I was like, I literally just didn't know what to do. I was like, this is insane. And I would just start laughing. Like it was getting to the point where I was like just friggin' laughing about all the shit that keeps piling up, because like I was losing my mind a little bit. But things started to turn around in August. I got the box truck towed to the shop. I put another $3,000 into it. I got it fixed. Then I got the pressure washer in the back fixed. And then I got it sold. Miraculously, I went to the pressure washing dealership where I bought the machine to get it fixed. And that day, one of the mechanics told me, he's like, oh, we had a guy that was looking for, a box truck with this type of rig. Just like so miraculous. That day, the guy came and looked at it, bought it, done deal. Truck was off my lap. And then at this point, it was just, okay, how do I get the business sold? How do I continue to set myself up for the high ticket sales industry so when I do sell this business, I'm in a good spot and I'm not just like out here not making any money. And then also getting the apartment finished. So fast forward now to like September, October. My employee, my main field technician, he ended up leaving me and he was doing all the work. And we had Christmas lighting season coming up. And my whole plan was to sell the business before Christmas lighting season because it's very intensive and requires a lot of hands-on work from me. And my guy wasn't trained on Christmas lighting at all. The whole plan fell through and I still had the business. My employee actually ended up leaving because he got called into another job that he applied 2 years ago and all of a sudden got the call. So he left. Now it's just me. I had to do all of our Christmas lighting clients. I didn't take on any new clients, but I did about $50,000 worth of Christmas lighting jobs while also taking on my first high ticket sales role in September, while still renovating the apartment and getting this all dialed in. September and October was basically just me getting into Christmas lighting, starting to do all the jobs myself, getting into my first high ticket sales role that I was doing on the side, and then still working on the apartment. Now, I don't know if I mentioned, but I let my coaching offer fizzle out, let all my clients go back in like July. But yeah, the whole summer was pretty much just dedicated towards getting this place renovated and finished, getting into high ticket sales, trying to sell the business while running the business, and also getting rid of that box truck before that deadline of September 31st. So it was just like absolutely nuts. I learned a lot about myself and just about my work ethic and what I could handle. And that whole year was just an incredibly transformative year. In October, I finished my apartment. I moved in, got out of my dad's house. So that was a huge thing. Now checked off the list. That has been months and months in the works. I finished all of our Christmas lighting jobs. I had a buddy of mine help me out here and there. Besides that, I pretty much did all the other jobs myself. I finished those in December. And then December, January, February, just did Christmas lighting takedowns. And then I was also full-time pretty much at this point in high ticket sales. So once we ended the Christmas lighting season, I just jumped right into the roles that I was already in full-time. I was selling for one company in September, got into another company in November. Have dabbled with a few companies since then. But I've been with one company now for the last couple months since November, and have also taken on some other roles as well. Finally, we ended up selling the business in March of 2025. So about 2 months ago or 3 months ago. So it's been a crazy journey. I'm grateful for it. It was an insane year. I'm also single now, but it was nuts. And now just like being able to focus on nothing but high ticket sales. I still have to do some consulting for the business that bought my company. So that's been a little hectic here and there. But now I'm currently selling for 2 businesses, 2 online coaching programs. It's been good. Focusing a lot more on my mental and physical health now. Living alone has been awesome. Really just an absolute game changer. So now I'm 24. Got my own place. Beautiful. Extremely grateful. And just how everything really fell into place. There's of course a lot of things that I didn't explain that really just worked out so perfectly, just miraculously. And that's why I've always been just a believer that like the right people, the right things, the right resources, and the right opportunities come at the right times. You just got to believe it. So when shit gets super, super rough and super stressful, you honestly just got to let go. You just got to have faith that it's all going to work out. Do what you can. And that's about it. Control what you can control. Besides that, just try to enjoy the ride as much as possible. Now, it's way easier said than done, because if you told me to enjoy the ride while I'm trying to sell this box truck when it wouldn't even start, and then I have to put in $3,000 while dealing with angry clients on the phone, while dealing with, contractors calling me about this place, and then having to go home to take some high ticket sales calls. And, I would have been like, I probably would have told you to kick rocks, right? But still, it's just a process of learning. So the main goal for this year is to really just lock in, focus, dial in my sales skills, build up my network, build up my health mentally and physically, and just document the process. So that's pretty much it.